Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you are new here. So as you guys can see by the title and thumbnail, this is going to be a 2025 reset. I just want to start off by saying Happy New Year. I hope you guys had a good new year and you guys have been excited to get stuck into a brand new year. I wanted to make this video just to kind of set myself up for the new year. I am somebody who really enjoys making New Year's resolutions and just like prepping myself for the year ahead. I need to do a house reset because as you can see I've still got all of my Christmas decorations up. I also am going to make some New Year's resolutions. I want to make a mood board for this year. I need to go to the charity store to drop off some donations, and I also need to go buy a little library to drop off some books. And I also just wanted to like chat with you guys through some of my goals that I have for this year. I also plan to do some like book wrap up videos, so there's going to be a lot of like new year related content coming your way, so hopefully you guys are excited for that. This morning I have started my day by having an everything shower, which has been fantastic. I moisturized my body and I've just got ready and done my makeup, so I'm feeling in a good headspace. I thought what we would do to start the day is to drop off these charity items and drop off these books. So I have just driven to the charity store. I don't know if you guys can see in the back, but this is where I'm going to drop the donations. This here is my little bag of donations, so I'm going to run this over and then I will meet you guys when we are at the little library, because I've decided that I'm not going to drop my books off at the charity stores this year that I don't love. I'm just going to drop them into the free little libraries and try and fill those up. So I have just driven to the little library and I wanted to share with you guys the books that I am dropping off. So the first one I'm dropping off is this one here. This one is Shopaholic to the Stars by Sophie Kinsella. This one is just a double up. So my parents got me a copy of this for Christmas from the book sale that they went to, but they weren't sure if I already had it, and I do already have it. And then the other one that I'm going to drop off is this one here. This one is A Game of Thrones by George R.R. Martin. This one is my husband's book, but we recently found the entire set with matching covers in the op shop, so we've now got those ones. So now that those two errands have been run, now it is time to de-Christmasify this house. So if you guys watched my Christmas decorate, you guys will know that I go all out for decorating. So packing it down, to be honest, is quite a pain. I've already taken out the bath mat and the hand towel because those really needed a wash. So those have been washed. I've also taken off all the pillows and like teddies and stuff on mine and Phil's bed. I need to take all the Christmas shower gels out of the shower and replace them with summery ones, and then we'll tackle the rest of the house. Also, we absolutely loved this shower gel, this Snow Fairy Milkshake by Lush. So I'm just going to put back this one here, which is the Body Shop's Pears and Share shower gel. It's a sweet and refreshing vegan shower gel and it smells really good for the summer. Alright, I think I'm going to tackle the tree next. I'm going to listen to my audiobook while I'm doing this. I've been getting back into the Harry Potter series. I'm listening to Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix Stephen Fry editions. So it is a couple days later now, and all of the holiday Christmas decorations have been taken down. As you guys can see in the background, we also got a new desk for Phil. I also like vacuumed the floor and everything. So the house has been reset. This morning Phil and I changed the sheets on our bed, so that's really good. And then I did also like get rid of all the rubbish in my car. So my car is reset for the new year, feeling nice and fresh. So I thought I would sit down with you guys and we can reflect on the previous year, so 2024, and then I can let you guys know my goals for 2025. I decided not to do my annual like what I achieved in the goals video in the sit down style that I have done in the previous years because I just didn't enjoy editing it. So the first goal that I had was that I wanted to get a part-time job, and I would say that I have got this. I have got a casual role at the moment, which for me works really well because I can pick and choose when I work, and so that works really good if I have a lot of assignments or like it's exam season and I need to study, or I've got like a lot of filming YouTube to do, a lot of editing, or I've got like social events on and stuff, because I feel like I always have like a very busy calendar. So a casual role works really well for me. The second thing that I had wanted to do last year was pass my first year of law, and that I have done. I did complete my first year of law. I had a goal to read 55 books, and I actually read over that. So I read 61 books in 2024, which is a great achievement for me. I'm so happy with that. But I'll talk more about my reading goals when I do my reading journal set up for this year. I also had a goal to spend twice a fortnight in nature, which I would say I wasn't very successful in this. Like, I would still get out and about in nature. I like being inside. I had a goal to travel to 2 new places, and I traveled to 1 new place. I went to Ahopi, which is an hour out of Rotorua, and I'd never been there before, and I went there because my best friend Rachel's Hens Weekend was taking place in Ahopi and Rotorua, and I'd never been to Ahopi before, so I'm really happy about that. But in saying that, I did travel to Taranaki, Wellington, Hawke's Bay and Rotorua last year, so like I did do quite a bit of traveling around New Zealand. I just didn't go to a lot of new places per se. I had a goal to travel to Australia. Phil and I did not do that. Last year our social calendars just got really full. We like ended up moving house, which we didn't plan to do, so there was just like a lot of things that just kind of took priority over that trip. I had a goal to read through all of the Old Testament. This was not successful. I read through a decent chunk of the Old Testament, but I also didn't track that as well as I wanted to, which this year I want to do a spread in my reading journal where I track that, so again stay tuned for that video when I do that. I had a goal to read 5 Christian non-fiction books, and I actually did achieve that. I think I ended up reading about 7 or 8. I said that I felt that I have grown in my faith, which was a goal that I had in 2024. I feel like I have been convicted a lot more last year, and just learning to rely on the Lord to provide rather than always feeling like it's the pressure of Phil and I. Phil and I had a goal to do joint prayer. We didn't do this. We did some joint prayer, but it wasn't like a regular thing that we would do. I had a goal to save $500. This didn't really happen because again we were prioritizing buying other things and moving house and trips, that I kind of just wanted the $500 just to sit in the bank account, and we just had so much that we were doing that I just didn't get to that, but that's okay. And then again I didn't manage to pay Phil's dad back because we had other things that we were paying for, like moving house and things like that. So now we will move into 2025. So I have set my word for 2025, which is self-control. So last year I had contentment as my word, and I think the year before I had contentment as well, because I feel like I just wasn't practicing it as well as I could. This year I've switched to self-control because I feel like I can just be very sporadic with things, and I don't really practice self-control a lot, so I really wanted this year to be a year where I practice self-control. That could take many different forms, but it's already helped me to like think through things at the moment, to actually pause and be like, okay, am I being self-controlled right now, or am I being sporadic? So now let's get into my goals for 2025. So I've split this up again like I did last year. So I've got growth, personal, and financial this year. I didn't put travel because I feel like I just want the travel to just come when it comes and not to have like a set like travel goal, if that makes sense. So I guess we will start off with my personal goals. So my first personal goal that I have is to pass year 2 of law. I don't think there are any cuts after second year law, which is fantastic, but I still want to do everything in second year to a high standard. My next personal goal that I have is to read 60 books. Again, there are gonna be like sub goals within this reading 60 books, but again, I'll talk about that more in my reading journal setup when I do that. Because last year I read 61, and that was like mostly like physical books. I had 2 audiobooks last year that I listened to, and the rest were physically read. So I feel like because I've started listening to audiobooks, I feel like I'll be able to get through some more. But in saying that, I am very particular with my audiobooks that I listen to because I am such like a big physical book reader. I feel like 60 is a good goal where it's like something that's very achievable for me, but it's also like a little bit challenging at the same time. The next personal goal that I have for 2025 is that I really want to finish setting up our house. If you guys weren't here for last year and you've joined recently, first of all, welcome, hello. Phil and I moved house last year. I did vlog the whole thing, so if you guys are new to the channel and you guys want to go and watch those vlogs, I'll leave them down below. But this house is a lot bigger than our last place, and so there's just like a lot of things that we want to do to the house. Some of them we've already managed to do, like get a desk, which you can see here. We also got a dining table, which is fantastic, and then we've also got some other little bits and pieces. But I want to do like a separate like let's set up my house video. Definitely stay tuned for that. But there are a lot of areas in the house which you guys will have heard me like mention if you watched my moving vlog about like the things that we want to do to the house. But I would love to just take the year to try and get the house exactly the way that I want it. Most of the upstairs furniture is in now, but there's like some furniture downstairs that we need to get just to like fully make the house really cohesive. But I'm really looking forward to that. I really enjoy like setting up a house and like decorating rooms and things like that. I find it really fun. The next personal goal that I have is to learn 50 new NZSL words, so New Zealand Sign Language. Last year at uni I took New Zealand Sign Language as an elective because I really wanted to build what I had known from the language, which wasn't really a lot. I really enjoyed it, but I know that this year at uni is going to be a full law year, and I really want to get good at like vocab with sign language, and I don't want to lose all of the progress that I had made last year in 2024. So I'm hoping that I can learn 50 new words. The last personal goal that I have is that I want to be in bed by 10:30 p.m. 4 nights a week. So Phil and I have got into a really bad habit where we are going to bed at like 11, 11:30, 12, 12:30, and then I wake up like later in the morning. That's just not very good because when I go back to uni I'm gonna have to get up a lot earlier, and I feel like I definitely want to prioritize my sleep a little bit more this year. I still feel like my sleep is good. I don't really have a lot of like winding down period before bed, so I really want to try and get into bed at 10:30, and like 4 nights a week I feel like is reasonable, because like if we're away for like a late night at a friend's house or we've got an event that runs late, then I feel like 10:30 4 nights a week is okay, because then that leaves room for like the other 3 nights. So now we'll go through growth. So the first growth goal that I've got is that I want to read my Bible 4 times a week. So this I have already been in a really good habit with. I think I read my Bible 6 times a week last year, which was great, but I've just put 4 times a week just because while I'm working I don't have as much time in the mornings to get up early, because I normally start my day with my quiet times, and as a Christian it's like really important to constantly be reading God's word and growing from it as well. The next growth goal that I have is that I would like to read through the entire Bible. This is a big goal for me. I feel like the reading journal spread that I want to do will help me to achieve this. also like this doesn't have to be like in order from like the first book to the last book. It's just throughout the year I would love to read all of the books of the Bible. Like right now I've started in Mark. My last growth goal that I have is that I want to grow in my faith with my convictions and have more self-control. So again, self-control is my word for the year. I also have realized I've missed one more personal goal that I had on my list. Personal goal that I had missed is that I would love to get back into a dance class. So whether this means once a week, twice a month, whatever it is, I would love to get back into dance because I feel like it'll be really good for my mental health to move my body, and also just good to like have something else to do. I used to do dance when I was in Hawke's Bay and absolutely loved it, and it's my favorite form of exercise. I'm not a gym girly. I've never been a gym girly. I don't think I will ever be a gym girly. Dance class is like where it's at for me. So I really hope that this year is the year that I can find one. I think I feel really intimidated because like up here in Auckland, like there's so many dance classes that you can go to, and I don't want to go to one where it's like everyone is super duper advanced and then I'm not like a beginner, but I'm not like amazing, if that makes sense. So I kind of just want to find one like somewhere in the middle. So now we will move on to the last section, which is just financial goals. The first financial goal that I have is that I want to accumulate less and save more. I feel like I've already failed at this because when my parents were up here over the New Year period, we did a big thrifting day, and I definitely spent a lot of money thrifting, but I was trying to be very cautious with what I was thrifting, and I am really happy with everything that I did thrift. But I just feel like having so much clutter in the house really overwhelms me. I wouldn't say I'm a minimalist by any means, because I'm definitely not, but I don't like the overconsumption of things. I feel like I have a special place in my heart for books. Like I don't mind having lots of books because we lend out our books to like family and friends all the time. Like I never ever have a complete library, but just in terms of everything else, I don't feel like I need heaps of everything. So I'm really trying to focus on saving this year rather than spending. Phil and I have a lot of things coming up that we need to save for. We've got a couple of trips scheduled in the calendar. The next financial goal that my husband and I have for this year is that we want to close our joint credit card. So a couple of years ago I had a personal credit card and I paid that all off and closed that, and we just want to do the same with our joint credit card this year. We've had it for like quite a while, but we want to focus on having savings in the bank account rather than relying on a credit card for like emergencies, if that makes sense. And then the last financial goal and the last goal that I have for 2025 is that I would love to save $1,000 in an emergency fund. So this will probably be a goal that takes the entire year, but I feel like $1,000 is a really good amount to have saved in case of an emergency. Those are all of my goals for 2025. I like having quite a range of goals that I can work throughout the year. It makes me feel really motivated. My plan for right now is to jump on my laptop and make a mood board for the year, like a vision board, so I can visually see the year. I'm also a big visual person, so I learn visually, and I feel like it'll just be really fun to create one to kind of just see what I want my year to look like. It'll help motivate me to make some of these goals happen. So I have just jumped on Pinterest. This is my Pinterest here. I spent a lot of time last year, like I think literally like 3 days, reorganizing my Pinterest because my Pinterest had not had a declutter for like years and years. So now I really love the way that my Pinterest is. Definitely, if you don't follow me on Pinterest, definitely do, because I'm constantly updating these boards. But at the end of last year I started to make a 2025 mood board, so I'm not going to download all of these for my vision board, but these are just some of the ones here that I've saved. So this will be like a complete look at like what I want my year to look like, but I'm just gonna pick a few of these to put on a mood board, and then we can kind of go through and I'll explain kind of like what I've put onto this mood board. this here is how the vision board has turned out. I just used the free version of Canva and I think it turned out great. I mean, it's not like anything professional by any means, but I really like the way that it turned out. I also have done it as the backdrop on my phone, so with my phone I can't obviously do the whole thing, so I've done this part for like the first quarter of the year, then for the second quarter of the year I think I'm going to do that part, and then the last quarter of the year I'll do that part. Let me just take you guys through my vision board and kind of explain it a little bit. So up in the corner here I just have a little picture with like a university. This just signifies my studying, that I really want to do well and pass part 2 of law. Then I've got these little girls in a car. That just symbolizes wanting to hang out with my friends. I love like car trips with my friends. I feel like they're where some of like my most deep and meaningful conversations have happened. So I just want to like hang out more with my friends, like my girlfriends this year. I've just got a little picture of a beach that kind of just signifies wanting to like get out and about a little bit. I love the beach as well. Ocean just feels very like special to me. It's where I feel at peace. Then I've got this girl here moisturizing her leg. That is just going to signify like self-care for me and like moisturizing my body. I've been better at it this year than last year, but I really want to try and just focus on my skincare and my body care this year and just prioritize that. Then we've got some Bible reading. Again, that's just going to signify my quiet times and just wanting to read the Bible 4 times a week. I've got this chickie pouring some water. I'm really good with my water intake. I always have been, but I just want to keep up the habit, so that's why that's there. A picture of a bed, because again I really want to focus on getting to bed by 10:30. Got my word for the year, which is self-control. I've just got this chick filling up her car with petrol. This one and this one with the trolley with the groceries in it go hand in hand. Those are just signifying that I want to be able to just comfortably pay my bills this year. Comfortably paid our bills last year, so that's just, I feel like it's a little thing that a lot of people just take for granted. So yeah, I just want to be able to comfortably pay my bills as a uni student. We have this girl with these little money jars with different labels on things. That's just going to signify wanting to save money this year rather than spend. Obviously we have the 2025 in the middle to signify the year. Obviously 2 girls in a dance class. Again, that's going to signify me wanting to get back into dance. Then I've just got this little quote here which just says put God first in everything. Again, that is something that I will aspire to live by this year. I have this picture here which kind of goes hand in hand with this couple hugging here. That's just me wanting to focus on my marriage and prioritize it this year. I just have a little library down here that kind of goes hand in hand with the picture of the books here. That just signifies wanting to read a lot this year. I've also decided that instead of charioting my books this year, I'm going to give them to little libraries. Then I've got this couple with a little baby. Phil and I would love to be pregnant this year. Whether that means we'll physically have the baby or whether we'll just become pregnant is a goal that we have for this year. Obviously that is completely not in my timing, so that's why I haven't put it in like my goals section that I just went through with you guys, because it's really up to God, it's not up to me. And then last but not least, I just have a little vlogging camera just to signify that I want to keep doing YouTube for this year. So that is my 2025 vision board. I do want to do like a separate vision board for like my YouTube goals and things, but I think I'm also going to do like a YouTube reset rather than doing like my however many years on YouTube video, because I just find those so boring to edit and I just feel like they're really boring to watch. So I'm going to do a whole nother one of these probably next month around the anniversary of my channel, where we will just talk about goals, reflections. We'll do a new vision board for YouTube. I won't put the YouTube one as my desktop, but I just would like to be able to have one for YouTube so I can visually see what I want my YouTube journey this year to look like. I want to make a new banner or like all of that kind of stuff. I'm really happy with how this looks. I think it really signifies what I want my year to look like, and it's really cool to be able to see it in a visual format. So I have just spent a little bit of time just going through some of the apps on my phone and just uninstalling a couple that I just know that I won't use. I'm normally pretty good with the apps that I download, but I'm really happy that I've got rid of a couple of those. Last month, I think it was, I did a big emails day where I got rid of a whole bunch of emails, and I've just kept like emails from the previous year and like all my pay slips and stuff. So that was really good. good. Yeah, that is all I'm gonna film for this New Year reset. I really hope you guys enjoyed coming along with me. I definitely feel a lot more prepared for the new year now. If you guys enjoyed this style of video, then please make sure to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you have not already. Please make sure to turn on the notifications and check out my social media. Definitely get excited for this year. There's going to be a lot of really fun content. I always do quite like a broad range of content on my channel because personally I really enjoy watching a broad range of stuff, so I kind of reflect that here. But yeah, I am going to love you and leave you, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.